Gage, thank you very much for coming today. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. No problem at all. So we have the event coming up soon.
Yes.
And
Can't wait.
Exactly. That's exactly what we do in this video. It's really to educate and give the people a preview of what's going to happen.
Yes.
In 2 weeks. Exactly. Yeah. So Gage, once again, thank you for coming. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Gage Nestor. People call me Gage. I was born in Queens. I was born in Brooklyn. No, the Bronx. I know. Born in the Bronx. Raised in Queens. Lived in Queens most of my life. Then moved to Long Island. I've been doing accounting for nearly 20 years now.
20 years?
Yes.
It's a lifetime.
Yep, almost 20 years. I've been doing accounting for 20 years. I like doing it. I like doing my accounting. Also, I like sports. I'm a very big sports person. I like watching football. I play sports. I play a lot of softball.
That's good.
And I like grilling. That's one of the things. I love grilling.
Yeah, especially right now.
This is my time of year. I like grilling, and then what is that? Like hosting little things. I'm a homebody. I like staying home. People come in. That's it. That's pretty much me. That's me in a nutshell. Sports, accounting, cooking.
That's good. That's good. Your family might be very.
They like it. Yeah. Especially
Good. All right. So, what got you started into accounting? How did you get into the business?
Oh, easy. It was high school. I went to a school called St. John's Prep in Astoria, Queens. I took bookkeeping. It was this class, bookkeeping. So it was like learning how to do bookkeeping and assets and liabilities. I liked it. I was like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah, so you like numbers?
Yep. So
most people don't.
And actually, the reason why I took that class because it was an elective. You either take that or you had to take a science chemistry. So you could have gone the chemistry route or you could have gone the business route. So I said, I didn't want to do chemistry. So I did that. So I did bookkeeping 1, I liked it. Then I did bookkeeping 2, I liked it. Then I went into accounting 1 and accounting 2 in high school. So it was good. So then that's like, I'm so blessed. That's one thing I'm blessed. I think I already knew. So when I went to college, I already knew what I wanted to do. So.
Yeah, that's very important, especially nowadays with the price of college.
Oh, yes, you can't be playing around. So I see a lot of people, like, they're undecided, they don't know what to do. I was fortunate that I really know, like, sometimes high school is the start. When people, luckily I didn't mess around in high school a lot, so it was a good way, and I think that's what really helped me to become who I am now, because, it's tough out there. It's very hard to know what you want to do.
Exactly.
So that's what helped me. Then I went to college for it. Then once I went to college, then started working. And that's it.
Wonderful. And do you have like any specific areas you cover?
Yeah. Right now I do. Well, most of my career has been high net worth individuals, very wealthy people, and doing that and small businesses. And setting up the small businesses and stuff. Those are what I specialize in. Small businesses, small. Entrepreneurs that want to do it, and then doing the planning for them. Like, there's a lot of tax planning, what you need to do, and it's not just okay, I'm getting paid. Yeah, you got to know what to do and how many steps, especially in the real estate game. It's very, very big because people think it's just like this.
Because a lot of people think they can do it themselves.
Yep.
And the next thing you know.
Yep. And that's the worst thing. Like, you could learn so much things, like building a deck. Like, if you could build a deck, you watch YouTube, stuff like that, but then there's this little experience or something you just don't know. And that's what could mess up the whole plan, the whole deck. So sometimes that's why I tell people, listen, yeah, you could read, Google, and all that stuff, but you still need a professional to help you out. There's always this one little thing that you need to know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
because that one thing could mess up
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it happens a lot with these business owners. They always set up businesses before talk to accountant and lawyer, and we're like, you already took a step back.
Good. Which actually brings us to the topic of the day, because that's exactly what I want to talk about. Because the point is really to, let's say, let me ask you a question. Okay. So let's say my friends and I, we want to buy a property and we want to use the LLC to do it.
Okay.
And what's the first step? What is the first thing we do?
Okay, the first thing to do is what the most important thing before you even buy. Like sometimes everybody has the idea, and it hurts because it's hard to see which way to go. As soon as you see something, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. But becoming an LLC and doing that LLC should be like 6 months before you even think about it.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to.
So that's like a plan.
Yeah, it's basically a plan, because it's like you and your friends. You're gonna do the LLC. Okay, so now things you don't think about. And this is what I say. Like people don't think about this. Okay, all right, we're doing the LLC. What happens if, God forbid, one of you die? What's gonna happen to the property? Does the person's kids, successors, get part of it? Because technically, if it's not, it's basically the whole thing is for your partner. You don't have to give it to, because all the property is yours now. So you just got to be careful of what you do. So that document, the bylaws and the agreement, partnership agreement, is so important. So you have to do that before you even think about buying anything. And this is the best thing, because me and my friends, we had back in the 2000s, we bought a property, and it was in Connecticut. We bought a property, but we had our bylaws in place. The thing fell through in 2000, around 2008, when the market crashed. So nothing, but nobody, everybody's friends, everybody's things, everybody understand what happened, and everything was part of the partnership agreement. So there's no feuds or nothing like that. What happened, who gets what money, stuff like that. Everybody knows what happened. So that's why I think it's so important. And you don't want to lose friends over all this stuff. So that's why when you say friends, that's more important, because things happen. So I think that's the most important thing. Most important thing is to get that going, and then once you get that going, then everything will go smoothly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the planning, the bylaws.
Yeah.
So those are the first thing and the most important things.
Correct.
Because you want to keep everything afloat.
Yeah, you want to get that thing, and then you have to know who you dealing with, because then comes credit. So like, whose credit? Yeah, no, that's what it is. Whose credit is going to go on, because it's not going to go on the partnership's credit. You have to deal with whose credit is going to go on, like, because it goes on one person, or it could go on two people's credit, and so everybody has to have a good credit in order to get this house. And then sometimes there's transfer, then it transfers to the LLC, but that's main important. Who has the income, who has the credits and stuff like that. So when you're thinking about, it could be your friend, but now you have to really think, is your friend really, does he have money, does he have a good credit?
Exactly.
He could be your friend, but no bad credit, so it's not going to work. So those are the little
all those
planning,
things that you have to do in advance.
Yeah, in advance before, because you could go and then you see something. The worst thing that happens is you see something you really like, really affordable, and it could have been done without this person or without something, and then you don't get it.
Yeah, you get to that point and then it falls through.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's better just to wait, be patient, and it'll come through. If you do everything right, it'll come through.
Okay, makes sense. So definitely great advice. And while we're in the subject, so the pros is really to protect yourself.
Yes.
Is there any cons, or what would you say there's any cons in terms of?
The cons is not having good bylaws and stuff like that. When when you mean pros and cons,
There are pros and cons of creating the LLC.
Oh no, creating the LLC. Oh no, that's you get protected and stuff like that, and then the bylaws and stuff like that. But people who don't take those steps, that's the con. Like you get, your friendship will be broken. There's money's not allocated the right way. Things like that really happen, and then like suppose, because like sometimes people have rentals. The rent is not being paid, so then somebody else has to put the money in, and then it falls into the person who has the majority. Of the mortgage is under. So that's the con. So you gotta just be careful. It's a risk.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say like the cons is really, I guess once everybody's in the same page, then you can probably protect you against the cons.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. Okay, that's good. And in terms of, because you're an accountant, in terms of tax implication, what should we know about it?
The number one thing that people, especially buying real estate and getting rentals and stuff like that, they always think they could get a loss. That's the one thing. Like, oh yeah, I need a write-off. That's the number one thing. Oh yeah, this thing. First, you don't want to feel like really want to lose money. Second of, when you're invested in these properties, they're literally passive income or passive losses. So let's say if you have, nobody's renting and you have like a $10,000 loss, and it's between 50-50, so it's $5,000 each. So you put that on your tax return, but that $5,000 loss is suspended. You don't get that $5,000 until you get income to cover it.
Okay.
So meaning you're not gonna get the loss. So people think you're gonna get lost, so they say, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna get a loss and I'm gonna get that money back. That's not true. There's no dollar for dollar getting the money back. It just stays there. It's not really. The only people who really could only benefit from that is people in, the real estate, like real estate professionals and stuff like that.
Okay.
There's some laws for them. But
Like developers or?
Yeah, real estate agents and stuff like that. Yeah. But if you are a regular person like me, nope, you get it. It's passive, so it's just you don't get that loss unless you're participating. And then there's some rules for that.
Exactly.
And it's hard. You need to do like 250 hours or something like that, 75 hours, I forget. But there's specific rules you have to do.
Got it. So technically, people have to know. A lot of people, they're gonna go online and then they're gonna get the information, but they don't know how to interpret it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make sense of that.
And that's the big problem, because everything you read is black and white. You don't know the gray areas. You don't know what's going on. Like how they don't know about passive income. Like you're just reading about, okay, oh, I could do this, I could do that, but like, okay, oh, I really don't get a loss. They're not gonna tell you don't get a loss, because that's tax stuff. So you're not putting the whole puzzle together.
Exactly.
You're just reading some stuff and you're just getting little bits and pieces of information.
Exactly.
That's why the seminar in 2 weeks is going to be very important.
Very, very important.
So
for
especially these buyers who's going to be interested, you got to know all these little nooks and crannies about like things. So people are like, oh, really? Wow. That's how you learn. That's how you really learn. So that's why I'm glad this seminar is about to take place, because a lot of people don't know, and they just assume, and that's hard. That's the worst thing you can do, is just assume. So with this seminars and the upcoming things that's going to come on, I think it will be great for all these people and buyers.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, our goal is really to educate everybody, and then that's why we bring people like Gage on board to tell you exactly how to go along and do your business the right way. And Gage, so you could talk to them. Where can they find you? So let's say somebody want to get in contact with you.
The best way to get in contact with me is by email. It's Nestor, Nestor @gagetax.com. You'll go to my website, which is www.gagetax.com. Email me or call me at 516-234-0152, and I can answer all your questions.
Yeah, of course, guys, we're going to be putting all those this information on social media and on YouTube, so you can definitely comment if you have any questions. Just let us know, and then if you need that information again, how to contact Gage, we could definitely provide that. So Gage, again, thank you very much for coming.
No problem, no problem. I'm glad.
So we're waiting for everybody in the seminar.
Yes, it's gonna be good.
In about 2 weeks, we're gonna put the exact date, and we're waiting for you guys. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, see ya.